But we're getting those latest shots from Maharashtra, where Sunetra Pawar is going to be chosen as the leader of the NCP after the sad demise of her husband Ajit Pawar, who was also the Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister. And later today, in fact, Sunetra Pawar is going to be sworn in as Maharashtra's Deputy Chief Minister, becoming the first woman to hold the post, according to the National Congress Party. She will succeed her husband Ajit Pawar, who died in a plane crash earlier this week. However, remember, Sharad Pawar has also claimed that discussions had been underway regarding a reunification of the two NCP factions scheduled for February 12. But the latest visuals that you see on your screens, where Sunetra Pawar has arrived for that NCP meeting, and she is going to be chosen as the leader of the NCP. We are being joined by Yesha. Yesha, please give us the latest inputs from the ground.
So yes, as of now at Vidhan Bhawan is where we've seen that the meeting has already begun. Sunetra Pawar along with her son Jay Pawar has already reached there. So as a part of this meeting, what has really happened is that the name of Sunetra Pawar would be pitched in, following which Shagan Bhujbal would back this very proposal, stating that they would want Sunetra Pawar to take over as their party head, and then the opinion of all the other leaders would also be taken. As far as source-based information is concerned, more than 90% of the people have been of the opinion that Sunetra Pawar should lead them, which is where with this proposal in place, once everyone backs this proposal, is where we see that a letter along with the backing of all the leaders of the NCP would be submitted to Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, wherein we also see that Sunetra Pawar would head to Varsha Bungalow, meet Devendra Fadnavis, give the letter to the Chief Minister stating that she has the support of all the MLAs and the top leaders of NCP. This letter would then eventually be handed over at Lok Bhavan to the governor, who in turn would ensure that the proceedings of the swearing in for Sunetra Pawar are held at Lok Bhavan. In fact, what we also see is that so far preparations are already underway at Lok Bhavan for the swearing in, but all of this is a routine procedure that would need to be followed before the swearing in could be held. So clearly here, while we speak of this meeting, is a legislative party meeting wherein Sunetra Pawar would require backing of all the leaders to mention that they have chosen Sunetra Pawar as their leader in place of Ajit Pawar. Yes.
Right, Yesha. In fact, we just broke an exclusive input with the Payal, where the NCP sources revealed to us that Sunetra Pawar was earlier not very keen on taking over the post of the NCP leader, but she took it as a responsibility, and to fulfill Ajit Pawar's dream, she decided to take over that post and the position that has been left vacant by the Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar.
Absolutely, because there were a lot of questions that were being raised as to what was the hurry that the party was in, considering the fact that we saw several members of the Pawar family also have been unhappy over the rapid developments taking place in Mumbai while the family was still at Baramati. So questions were time and again being raised as to what's the hurry as to why the swearing in taking place just a couple of days after the death of Ajit Pawar. But like you've been speaking about, the family thought it was important that the party which Ajit Pawar held so dearly, the party which Ajit Pawar would work tirelessly for, has to be taken care of just after his death, and which is where his decision was taken to have a swearing in so early, because considering the fact that it was only late last night when this discussion was held, after the family returned, after completing the last rites of Ajit Pawar, where the immersion of ashes took place close to Baramati. The family members returned, Praful Patel and Sunil Tatkare. They had already held discussions with Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. There were discussions that were held within the party leaders, top party leaders that also made a decision, and they were unanimously of the opinion that Sunetra Pawar should have to take over this very position of leading the NCP faction of Ajit Pawar. And which is where, amidst all of this, was where a video conferencing was held late last evening because clearly all the leaders were of the opinion that if Sunetra Pawar agrees to it, then the CLP, that's the Legislative Party meeting, can take place today, and subsequently the swearing in, which is where, considering the fact that all the leaders held this discussion with Sunetra Pawar, she gave her approval, and that's where the legislative meeting was called in at a short notice, and so was the swearing in decided. Yes.
Yes, Yesha, in fact, this was the question that I was also asking Mayuresh, with Sunetra Pawar being chosen as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. What about the merger talks? What is going to happen next?
Of the whole merger talks, what's important to note is that Sharad Pawar faction has Simon again mentioned. In fact, the videos that have come out of how there were discussions that were held with Ajit Pawar. In fact, it was Ajit Pawar's wish that the NCP should come together, and Sharad Pawar also in his recent media interaction has mentioned that was Ajit Pawar's last wish, which they would want to fulfill. And now here coming in with the fact that that the decision has been taken by the NCP Ajit Pawar faction so as to appoint Sunetra Pawar. Clearly, what we know is that the merger talks have been put on hold, but so far there is no confirmation if the merger talks have completely collapsed, because clearly so far when it comes to a decision such as this, it will be the national head of the party which has to take a call, which in case at that time was Ajit Pawar, who had expressed a strong opinion that the NCP party should merge. Here now the ball rests in the court of Sunetra Pawar after she becomes a national president as to what will be the decision that she will take, whether she wants to combine both the parties or not. That we'll have to wait for a couple of days to see. Yes.
All right, we need to wait and watch as to what happened after that oath-taking ceremony today. But right now we're slipping to a very short break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
2 days after the death of Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar, the NCP is set for a major leadership decision. A crucial CLP meeting going to be held shortly will elect the new legislative party leader, with Sunetra Pawar emerging as the frontrunner to take over oath. Both the deputy's GM post and party reigns. Raj Bhavan is preparing for oath taking at 5 p.m, which will make Sunetra Pawar Maharashtra's first woman Deputy Chief Minister. But now, Sharad Pawar has confirmed that Ajit Pawar and Jayant Patil had been holding back-channel talks for the past 4 months to reunite the two NCP factions, with a formal announcement planned for February 12. In fresh development, Parth Pawar has met Sharad Pawar in Baramati, while senior leaders are arriving at Sunetra Pawar's residence in Mumbai ahead of that meeting. Meanwhile, Pawar family sources say that some members were miffed with the timing of the political meetings and media interactions, even as the family was completing the last rites. They also reveal that Sunil Tatkare and Praful Patel met in Mumbai even when the ashes were immersed, adding to the unease. While the Ajit Pawar camp is ruling out a merger for now, Sharad Pawar faction maintains that reunification was Ajit Pawar's last wish. Listen to Sharad Pawar.